Welcome to Isis in the Bible Spring Gathering Week number 7, Navigation. The question for today, what tools are needed for navigation? Charts, maps, weathers, scopes? What else do you need to sail the seas of love? What did all the ancient sailors use? If you are surrounded only by water and outside of your boat and body, there is nothing material. Sure, there is a common ground. Glad you could join us today. So let's look how people in the past, they used to sail the seas. They'd look to the stars, and from the stars, they then get their wisdom and their memory and their remembrance. For example, the festival of Vesak is traditionally associated with the life of Gautama Buddha, knowing it's not a literal being, but a phase of when you wake. A symbolic gathering in the Himalayan region, a descent of wisdom light into the field, a moment where higher order intelligence becomes accessible. They track the full moon when it's in Taurus, and it's May 1st this year, but that is a bit confusing. What they're really saying is the sun is in Taurus and the moon would be across from it. But this May 1st, that's in tropical, so that's a double confusion point. But they're still holding on to a memory that is something that holds a diamond in the rough. And as you can see, people don't agree on the date. You can see April 30th, May 1st in Cambodia, India, and Laos. But in Sri Lanka, they're navigating the stars because on May 30th, May 31st, the actual sun will be in Taurus and the moon will be in Scorpio. But look, it'll be exactly on the two royal stars. So this end of May is really beautiful, folks, and aligns up also with Jupiter. So we will once again prove to you that this event of the Buddha is an event that happens in the stars on the stations of the cross. So we're going to go and we're going to navigate over to the station of the cross. So the Buddhists, they celebrate this festival of Wesak, saying that the Buddha was born on a full moon in Taurus, but what they really mean, the sun in Taurus and moon in Scorpio. But here is the truth. When you dial back and go look to when there is rebirth things or when we remember things, the sun is aligned with Mary, right on the station of the cross going into Leo, exactly around May 1st in 562 BC, which is around the time that they're saying the Buddha was born, okay? But they're saying that he's born, his life, his rebirth. It's our internal rebirth. And note to ponder that this is in Leo. Okay, so this is the birth of the Buddha. Okay, and look at, and back then it was even really close to Aldebaran, the sun in Taurus near Aldebaran, the royal star, and across the moon near Antares. And this is going to be something similar this May 31st. So that's the birth of Buddha. It's there. It's station. You have to sail the seas and understand that this is a station of the cross of when we come back into enlightenment. And this here is where we have the meridian of Greenwich, right here at the zero cusp of Leo. So let me see. Do they have any lions surrounding the Buddha? Because attested for sailing the seas properly would mean in 561, the birth of Buddha, when the sun, Buddha, is moving into Leo with the mother. And yes, All the sculptures and everything related to the Buddha is showing you that he's crossing that point. It's not he, it's every one of us. Okay, because they have lions, or where they say these are dragons, but no, look, it's a lion's body. So this is showing you proof that 100% the Buddha and what they're doing, trying to hang on to this event, is very realistic. But guess what? There's another thing that happened back in 562, which we're upon. You hear me talk about the Anna Perenna. This is just Mary Magdalene and Hygeia running the chart back then, and everyone was with Mary. So Mary's protecting all her kids while change is being made. And that's what's happening right now when we talk about politicians, profiteers. We have to now go and nurture them back to the truth with a heart as light as a feather. So everything that we said when we went around about going to heart center to navigate, we're coming out of these muddy waters, and people are really going to feel these waves. And where's our heart going to be? Our heart has to be as light as a feather. So we're upon this right now. We are into the age of Aquarius, but we're, like you said, that we just transferred into, with the mother and the sun, just transferred into Aries, which wakes us up as well, because it's an energetic cusp. So this full moon on May 1st, it's in Aries and Libra and Aries, libraries. So people name full moons, yet we need to understand we have to sail the seas of the stars and see what's happening in the sky if you want to sail the seas. Not only is this full moon not in Taurus, it is in Libra, but this is the big wait a minute. What's in Taurus is the Pleiades, and people are getting the holographic experience of lifetimes, we'll explain in a later slide. So on May 1st, Uranus, like we've been following, on May the 2nd, will hit the third time into this beautiful thing that we have 33333, the holographic remembrance of everything. I know people even in this room are getting all these remembrance back to when they're all the way back to childhood. I know I am. People are showing up into my life that are a huge reflection of myself. That's what Alcyone and the Pleiades does, the ear all the way back in. So this is a really beautiful full moon, folks, on May the 1st. So just know that you're going to more and more see these connections of yourself. So a lot of you said connecting with my inner self as guidance, watch it show up. It's happening a big time. And what's it doing? It's guiding us to do what? The 5-step forgiveness process, our heart as light as a feather, and showing everybody else the way home. So that's what's happening. This is a really beautiful timing. Because again, that June the 2nd is when Jupiter is going to hit for the third time on a cusp. We'll talk about that more. So we won't go through this again, but it's a reminder of the Anna Perenna, which we're upon. So remember we said, even Gautama Buddha, everything was on one side, and Juno was the only one on the outside, but now we've got Pluto. So again, Pluto is the divine masculine in each and every one of us. It's the bodily movements. It's our masculine, everything we do in the physical, in the most divine way. That is the absolute divine masculine in each and every one of us. And Juno is the earth and mother, nurturing. So men and women both nurture, men and women both act as divine guided men, women, but guiding people, because we're switching, right? We're switching from the patriarchal system to the matriarchal system when we use our heart, not our actions, to lead the way. And just a reminder, when Juno goes, so May the 6th, Pluto goes retrograde. We'll probably be meeting around that time. And June the 5th, Juno goes retrograde. And remember, that skin breaks, and people are already reporting skin breaks, okay? So it's coming. So a lot of skin breaks people will, depending on their chart and how much they've cleansed so far. So we need to pull out our navigation chart, which is truly to pay attention of what we're being shown everywhere. So if we're witnessing something and we want to see that it's truth or not, just go look to the stars. It'll show you. Absolutely show you. We talked about this last year, but we need to realize that when Uranus aligns Alcyone, It will be all about the roof over your head, the womb you were in, over this life and past lives. So the experiences will holographically show up for you. You will be reminded how to travel the seas, making the least amount of waves. That's the word not, right? One who sails the nautical seas, who researches for that which one does not see. And that's the point in the middle. That's the 0 point, the pure point, the pure potential, that love. And a beautiful meditation that Cece did, breathing in and breathing love into the heart. And that is our guidance amongst what everybody else said. That's so beautiful. So we have to understand that every one of these past lives that are self-similar, this would be the divine masculine, okay? That perfect self, not making any beautiful waves and being self-similar. And then the divine feminine is the point in the middle, the pure love. So people are getting all kinds of signs. I'm getting people showing up to me that it's like a complete reflection of myself. We had Christine Paris do rock painting. James and I went for a walk. What do we see? Rock paintings, a caterpillar, and this looks like something from the Mayan, the face on the middle of the Mayan clock. So if anybody's got any thoughts on this, they want to share later on what you think these two might mean, the caterpillar and this face, because James and I saw that. And then Justin reached out and said, hey, what's going on with these geese? They're laying nests in the middle of parking lots. He was at in honor of somebody who left the visible, and there's a goose chasing everybody away. We got geese walking up and down our street like they're lost. They're looking for their old home. We all remember our old homes. We've had experiences in our old homes, some good, some not so good, but we have to resolve with them. That's what they're doing, because they remember that all of Essex County was wetlands, and they're trying to come home now. And we're in generation Genesis, where Mother Nature takes domain. So know that they're guiding us, saying, hey, no one owns the land. This isn't your land. We got to coexist together. And the way we're building communities is not coexisting with Mother Nature. We want them out of our lives. So that's what's happening, folks. So this is going to happen both in the physical and in Mother Nature, saying, hey, we got to share this space. Okay, let's talk about 2 events to show you. This is where conspiracy theories can be proven or disproven when you sail the seas, when you look to the stars, when you navigate through all the signs that we get within our body and without, and the stars always show us the truth. So the first event is Itzhak Bentov. He was an inventor, engineer, and a pioneer in the study of consciousness, known for his work linking the human body to oscillatory and harmonic processes of the field, as presented in Stalking the Wild Pendulum. This is where you have to realize, if you're seeking wisdom, you must verify with the stars if what you're witnessing is true or your own personal trickster. He's a very smart man. Like many, conspiracy theories exist on why he left the visible. I recommend you look at this book. There's a lot of beautiful stuff in it. And his wife did some presentations on this book as well, Myrtala. Some really good stuff in there. It really is. It aligns with all that we've been talking about. Just don't know why this gentleman had to leave the visible. Okay, so you guys ever heard of American Airlines Flight 191? Well, he was a passenger on that flight, which departed O'Hare International Airport on May 25th, 1979. And at 3:04 p.m. local time, right after liftoff, the aircraft suffered a catastrophic engine separation that led to a rapid loss of control, crashing near Des Plaines, Illinois. The event remains one of the deadliest aviation disasters in U.S. history, marking the sudden physical departure of a thinker whose work explored the deeper harmonics of existence and the relationship between consciousness and the underlying field. Everyone on board left the visible. So when you go to sail the stars here, when you navigate through the stars, right at that exact minute, Ceres, the harvester, was setting in the west. His reincarnation nodes were aligned, and his natal Hygeia is aligned, his south node. And where was his Hygeia at the time? Exactly aligned his wings. It was time for his wings to cleanse. He had to go somewhere. He had to leave the visible, because Markab is the point that attaches the wings to the star Pegasus. I can go into a whole bunch more detail. I won't, and I'll not bore you guys, but if anybody ever had any questions or want to look into this or get more, I'd be more than happy to share, because there is so much more to this picture when you read the stars. Next event. Here's another one. Okay, thanks RevCat for bringing this up from Archaics. He did an archive of his first 12 videos released in 2021, consolidated into one presentation for convenience. So this is 3.5 hours. The core material explores themes of simulation theory, the Phoenix cataclysmic reset cycle predicted for the year 2040. So he's jumping out to 2040. We are upon a Phoenix rising right now. Throughout the presentation, Jason delves into topics such as the 1902 as a significant year of hidden historical shifts. He brings in some truth, but we really need to help him look at the stars for the navigation tools. Because if you're going to start to try to predict these events, you got some really great things you can look to. He's an awesome brother, man. He's a digger, and man does he go. But I really would love to share with him the truth about 1902. He looks for cycles which brings about catastrophes, and like the one in 1902, which wiped out a city in minutes. Yes, so there was an eruption that wiped out a city in minutes in 1902. And in 1900, we were upon the Kali Endera. There we go. There is the sun aligning with Mary at the cusp. Remember, she goes around every 558 years, so there's a quite few number of years in between. So there's always catastrophes happening to people depending on where their heart's at. And you will reincarnate to that location. So when we work on our heart, we're changing our labyrinth of choices. So again, there was an explosion that wiped out a city within minutes. So if he used the Kali Endera of the Stations of the Cross, he would quickly see the cycle. Jason's an awesome brother, like I said. If anyone knows him, we can guide him to the navigation manual we always leave behind to sail the seas of love, aka the heavens. The sky is a clock that cleanses. The alignments mark when, not what, as it is an individual's experience based on karma. The Phoenix is the cycle of transformation which clears the water. So what actually happened? There was weeks of rumblings, ashfall, and gas release leading up to the morning of May the 8th. Sudden lateral blast, not straight up. Superheated pyroclastic cloud, gas, ash, and debris. The cloud traveled at 100 to 160 kilometers per hour, or 60 to 100 miles per hour, and the temperature was anywhere between 700 and 1,000 degrees Celsius. So it reached St. Pierre 6 to 8 kilometers away in under 1 minute. So it went boom, and they were gone. So this he talked about. So we know that there was an event called, we said that, right? So the Kali Endera says around that time, Mount Pele is the one that let go at that time. All right. And right at that exact moment in time, this is the marker of where things are on the map. So when you start looking at locations of what happens, you can use the markers that we have on our astrology tool on iyoutome.com if you want to use that. And so when they're aligned, so this is exactly rising at that time on the ascendant, and there's Uranus, and Uranus's wombs, roofs over your head. So if there's going to be a catastrophe where all roofs over people's heads are gone, Uranus is going to definitely be at play because you're changing roofs. There's Hygeia exactly on, right? Hygeia, the goddess of cleanses, the one that does that beautiful Kundalini. Its energy, it's right on the north and south nodes. People's wings were clipped because look at Icarus, who flies too close to the sun and burns his wings. So there, people were burned. And then the moon was exactly on Algol. And within minutes, the part of fortune aligned Neptune, which is pure energy. So again, there's so much more that I can talk to about here, because there's Ceres aligned with Spica at the harvest line. So people are going to leave the visible. So I'm just zooming into these to show you. And Canopus is the star, the oarsman, ship Argo, for navigating the seas. So Neptune was aligned there, and so was the MC and the IC, which is the two portals. And Ceres was also on Algol. I'm just showing you that when you navigate the stars, and when you navigate everything that's shown outside of you, you can go to get the truth that these energies are there. So if people need to leave the visible, they will migrate there because they haven't done their work. It's not a judgment. It just happens. They just have to move to the next womb, and they'll move to a womb that's more loving than the last one and help them with getting out of the Hatfields and the McCoys. Because when you do your loving work, you won't get on that plane. You won't be near these volcanoes. And the more and more of us, when we all do the work, then these things won't happen. They might happen somewhere else where there'll be nobody around. All right, time for some music. Let's take this to a close with a song about the stars. So thanks, Rev Cat, for this beautiful song called Written in the Stars by Eric Turner.
Stars, a million miles away, a message to the main. Seasons come and go, but I will never change, and I'm on my way. Is it the sound of an angel writing about saviors? A mixture of hate and all its grace. Is it the color of lonely and suffering souls that take you away? Is it the top of the mountain or the feeling you found it that really flows? Yeah. Is it the perfect relationship or something in place of it keeps the mood going? Written in the stars, a million miles away, a message to the main. Oh, seasons come and go, but I will never change, and I'm on my way. Yeah. Is it the top of the mountain or the feeling you found it that really flows? Yeah. Is it the perfect relationship or something in place of it that keeps the mood going? Written in the stars, written in the stars, a million miles away, a message to the main. Oh, seasons come and go, but I will never change. I'm on my way.
Beautiful.
And that's all we have for today.